Bam, there we go. Okay, what up, guys? It's your boy Gamer68 here. I finished playing Apollo Justice recently, and I thought, hey, why not stream playing? Um, why not stream playing Investigations? I started it already without streaming, so you know, get mad at me about that. Do I have the? It seems slow. Do I have the scale on? Hang on, you're gonna see weird graphics for a second. Shoot. There's like a weird thing that you have to turn off, because, nope, it's fine. Never mind. I also have it upscaling. Complain about that too. I want it to look cool, I don't care. Yell at me all you want. Is the audio loud? I'm not actually. You know, let me listen to it real quick. 1 second. I just want to check that the audio levels are good. Audio leveling? Test? Yep, audio leveling test. Test. That's decent. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit more. If somebody wants to complain that it's too quiet, go ahead, I will turn it back up. But for right now, that seems fine. Also, I'm probably not gonna be narrating too much. We'll see. I'll decide. I'm gonna have to give voices to all the characters. That'll be fun. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it.
Hold it!
Fun fact, I tested this yesterday. You can just scream into the microphone. It doesn't actually matter what you say. It just has to be like a loud noise. Which the reason it isn't doing it that well is because my microphone's kind of far away, and its levels are... Like, the level of the actual microphone is low, even though it's still, like, fine. Excuse me. Oh, I forgot I'm using the analog stick and not the D-pad. I already looked at this. I played through a bit of this already, so... I'm probably just gonna skip this stuff. What do you mean by missing? As in, it wasn't anyone in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it. Mr. Portsman, I believe this to be an important piece of testimony, don't you? I can't believe that someone like you would be taken in by such words. I'm not lying, sir.
Objection!
If that's the case, then I'd like to know. Why do you have the master key now? I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir. A likely story. And where's your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? How about you just forgot where you put it and then found it again? I never lose things. I can practically guarantee that. With me, if something disappears, it's usually because someone stole it. Yeah, pal. Trust me, you don't want to test just how bad her luck is. Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive. Glad you agree, Mr. Edgeworth. But... You still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edgeworth's office. Her motive? Didn't we already establish that? It was theft. I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe. It is as Mr. Portman says, Detective. I can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points towards a motive of theft. But I'm done taking blows. It's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own. Her intent? From the messed up shelves to the wiped down safe, I'd say thievery. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and present some evidence! I would love to. But first, we should listen to him a bit more and digest what he's saying. And press him for more information. I'm just trying to think of... I might switch the controls to the D-pad, because it can only be the D-pad or the analog stick, not both. So... This key had opened... It was stolen from the security office, but do we know that for sure? I don't think we can guarantee that it was stolen. We can't, like, check for fingerprints or anything. It's the master key to every office in the building. Wait, we can check this? I didn't even try this. Hang on. Oh, that's cool. Each prosecutor's badge is engraved with a number of its owner on the back. Numbers. As if we're not human on the inside like everyone else. This badge's design is set to reflect the relentlessness and discipline of law enforcement. It comes with the authority vested in us as strict prosecutors of the law, and executors of sentences much like harsh winter frosts and blazing summer days. To wear it is to identify oneself as a prosecutor, but I have no interest in doing so. I know a bit of lore about this, which is that, I don't actually know if this is confirmed, but I read this somewhere. Basically, the reason that, like, literally every prosecutor doesn't wear their badge is because Von Karma never did. And so everybody just followed him because he was this, like, great prosecutor that everybody, like, loves. So, like, everybody followed him. Okay. Wait, what the heck? Oh, died. Oh. If Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, then that leaves Miss Bird as our prime suspect. Well, yeah, but somebody else could have just opened the door. Don't you think it's a bit early to be jumping to conclusions? Are you saying there's another way to open the door other than with the master key? Oh, I get it. Perhaps you had a spare made for someone else. I'll have you know I'd never made a spare, so what are you insinuating? Nothing. Guess I should have known better than to suggest someone like you would. On top of which, she knows her good detective. Okay, wait, there's more. So, making it all the more probable that she was letting fake the lying message. Okay. I'm assuming it has something to do with the message. Each prosecutor is alone in their office, prints were wiped. Bullet went through and clue victim out of the noise center. Issued to the victim and believed them. Wait, what time is it right now? I guess it's around 2:05, we just found the body. Issued to the victim and believed to be the murder weapon, only one shot fired.
Hold it!
Is there anyone in this district who hasn't at least heard of Detective Gumshoe? Good point. He's practically a celebrity among prosecutors. Really? I never knew I was so talked about, sir. We're holding our collective breath, you know. When you screw up so badly that you're literally chased off the force. Wait, what? Is that true, Mr. Edgeworth? Of course not. That's hogwash. Ooh, don't scare me like that. I almost had a heart attack there.
Hold it!
By dying message, you mean the bloody letters that spell out Gumshoe? I figured that whoever wrote his name must have wanted to frame him. And just the act of choosing his name is proof enough that the two knew each other well. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you waiting for? Okay, it's pretty obvious her intent from this to tell it I'd say thievery. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't going to open the door, then let loose Mr. Russo become suspect. She knows her good detective, doesn't she? Am I missing something here? It's not the badge. Oh my god. I can pretty much guarantee it's not the badge, because it never is. The badge has never been evidence in a trial, so far anyways. So, I'm gonna go with it isn't the badge. Issued to the victim and believed to be the murder weapon, only one shot fired. Bullet went clean to the victim. I mean, I met the person who did it. And they, like, very clearly weren't Maggie. Bullet went through. Oh, wait, can I check this? Oh, okay, it's just a picture. Why is the live stream frozen? What the heck? Is it? Hang on. Okay, whatever. Each prosecutor has one in their office, only they would know of them. Oh! She wouldn't know the safe was there. Is that... That's not really a contradiction, though. Like, that's not a contradiction on this, it's more so a contradiction on it being her, because she wouldn't know, but then, like, neither would Gumshoe. Right? I'm not crazy.
Objection!
Nope, okay. I don't care. Great, Miles, it's the only way. I think it's the safe, but I think I have to present it on the thing about the safe. Maybe? Like Maggie wouldn't know about the safe because it's a secret?
Objection!
There we go. Okay. Do you wish to continue insinuating that Miss Bird was set on stealing something? Why not? It's the truth, after all. It was also by your logic that we came to the whole theory conclusion anyway. That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe, the existence of which is only privy to prosecutors. Also, I will say, I started playing this yesterday, like I said. I love this objection theme so much, because I already loved Great Revival, sorry, which is from the game 2. And this is like a remix of that, and it's so fun. I find it a little harsh to believe that a hidden safe was part of her cunning plan. But she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down. I highly doubt that. I'd say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted. Ah. Yeah, even I didn't know about that safe, pal. And that means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either. Then are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor? Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable. What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now? Curses. Why? What made you... What's with the angry face all of a sudden? It's all my fault. What do you mean? It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes. What did you just say? We were partners, like inseparable conjoined twins. That's why I told them. I filled them in on the secret safes. Then that means... Yeah, I know. I'd only just told him too. Obviously it was wrong to tell him. I still can't quite believe it, but the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim. I was claiming that the victim was the thief? And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you? Miss Maggie Bird. Excuse me? I mean, you are a security guard, right? That's your job. But killing is going a bit too far, even in your risky profession. What in the... You're still accusing Maggie of the murder? Yes and no. I mean, she had stumbled upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it? No! I couldn't. I could never do something like that. Not even as a security guard, sir. Plus, even if he was the thief, he wouldn't have had to keep the office. Which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master keys. Ah! Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us, unless... Well, unless you were cheated from Jim after you killed him. Mr. Portsman, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief? I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense. Has he no honor? Now then, I think we're done here. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people be so kind as to see yourselves out? You can't kick us out. This is Mr. Edgeworth's office. Ah, but I'm the one who's being assigned to this case. You're all suspects to varying degrees, and therefore ineligible to run this show. Listen, pal, how many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit. Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself. But sir, we have no choice but to accommodate his request for now. Haha, thank you, Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. Now then, if you could remove yourselves from my crime scene, I'd be most grateful. Mark my words, Mr. Portsman, we'll meet again. If that's a formal request from the legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. And don't disappoint me, you hear? What are we even gonna do after this? Oh, that's it. Okay, that was kind of short. Like, even the parts that I already played were not that long. I guess it's just sort of a tutorial, but still. Also, mediocre save tune, honestly, compared to Apollo and Trials and Tribulations. Like, I mean, it's decent, but it's not great. Yeah, it's 4 AM right now. Okay. What is with that prosecutor? I can't believe how rude he was. It was unbelievable. Please maintain your professionalism, detective. I'm gonna find some real solid evidence proving Raymond's innocence, and you'll see, sir. But we've been kicked out of the crime scene, sir. True. So then, what now? Looks like my life's fallen into yet another gigantic ditch. Do not despair, Miss Bird. We can overcome this as well. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway. Oh, really, sir? For example, this hallway. The linchpin of his argument against Miss Bird is related to the master key. In that case, this hallway is the perfect place to look for more information regarding the mystery surrounding that door. Okay, what? I feel like the master key wasn't used. I feel like the lock was broken. I don't see any signs of forced entry, and according to the guard, no signs that the lock was picked either, sir. Meaning that the door really was opened with a key. Okay, never mind. Did you happen to ask if any prints were lifted from the doorknob? Apparently the doorknob's clean as a whistle, wiped, they think. Whoever this thief is, they did a good job not leaving any clues behind. Total 2. The 4 numbers on a number plate along porcelain. Along this plate alone prevented this to be my office. Oops. Hey, these number plates slide right out, sir. They have to be able to take the plate off when a ring becomes vacant, you know. Although, the idea that it can be so easily removed is kind of... Okay, well now I'm just thinking that it was swapped. Wait, what logic do we have? Hang on. Other than the victim's gun I found, could there be another gun here? They were rearranged once before the murder and once after. Okay, that's not helpful right now, but it's good to keep in mind. Wait, why is examining the door helpful? A minimalist, classy door made of top quality wood. It's sturdily made, making it near impossible to break in by force. It's almost majestic. Sir. I wish I could be as stately as this door. Only Gumshoe would place the door to something greater than himself. Being a detective has its own rewards and a certain virtuous value, I think. If you live to your full potential, that's a poignant trait that anyone can admire. I see, so you're saying so that me being me is the best thing for everyone else? Right. That long pause wasn't exactly reassuring, sir. Is it like the hinges? Okay, the doorknob, the door plate, and the door are like the 3 things. There's nothing like here. Nope. Okay, it doesn't seem like it. Well, that's unhelpful. It's... Ah! Isn't this the missing 0 file too, you see? No doubt about it, the bloody letters mark it clear as day. There seem to be a few pages in this thing. Our thief took away what was necessary and left the rest behind. So what are these 0 files about, sir? I guess they've got something worth stealing in them, huh? Not particularly, it's just a collection of court case files. However, the cases within these files are not mine. Huh? They belong to the High Prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. I have my reasons, but let's just say I was in charge of keeping them as they were. High Prosecutor? Is that Von Karma? Then that means that the thief must have also wanted the file for a specific reason, right? It would seem so. Only the pages related to that case from 10 years ago are missing. 10 years ago. At this point, that would be... Is that DL6? No, I don't think so. I wonder what anyone would care about such an old case. Okay, I guess we're not gonna get to know what case is. Also, how was that not added as evidence? What? That seems like pretty... Oh, never mind, it was. Okay. Cool. Is that just a bowling? Oh my god, it's a basketball court. Oh. Excuse me. It's, what's his name? Shoot, what is this guy's name? It looks like you're in quite the pinch, Mr. Edgeworth. To be sure, a murder within the walls of the prosecutor's office is no trifling matter. We must find, apprehend, and punish the killer accordingly. Post haste. Sounds like a messy case you got on your hands. If you ever feel lost or need some advice, my door is always open. How gracious. I'll keep your offer in mind. Who is this guy again? Yeah, what is his name? Shoot. It's something stupid. It's like a pun, I'll try to remember it. Because it's not Saw, that's the guy from the first case, like the actual guy. What is this? This office. 1203, 1203. Hey Maggie, whose room is this again? It's Mr. Portman, sir. So it's my new neighbor, I see. I suppose he moved in while I was away overseas? Can I just play some basketball? What's a basketball doing here? That's Mr. Portman's prized possession, sure. I heard he also plays soccer, dodgeball, and even tennis. And not a single one of those sports is suitably played in the hallway. Okay. I guess... Okay, there's nothing over here. We already checked the door, we checked that. Is this something we can check? No. What is a basketball tube doing here? And didn't this just used to be just outside next to the building a long time ago? So when and why was it moved indoors? I don't remember it exactly, but I saw one of the officers drag it up here recently. Drag it? I heard that it wouldn't fit in the elevator, so the poor guy had to bring it himself. All the way up to the 12th floor? Is everything alright? Yes, sir. If you must know, I weighed myself this morning and I'm finally at 154 pounds. Congratulations, but I was asking about this hallway in this room. Oh, everything's okay, sir. A word of advice. Stay focused or you may start to lose even more weight. Okay, we can't go over here. I don't see what else there is to look at. Did we just talk to... like... Is there anything else to look at? The door, the knob... I don't think... I'm fairly confident that these two logic things do not go together. Like, I don't see how... I guess, like, twice, 2 guns, like, each person had 1 gun and one of them was taken away. But, like... I have nothing else at this point, so sure, why not? I don't think this is correct, but whatever. Yeah, it's not. Okay. That was to be expected. Alright, let's just talk to Maggie. I was wondering if I may speak with you for a bit concerning this case. I've always been a big fan of the courtroom, but this is like a dream where I'm like being cross-examined by the Miles Edgeworth. I can't let this chance pass me by. I must remember to ask her about the master key. I should jog her memory by showing my notes to her through the presentlet. So when did you discover that the master key was missing? Also, I like how he doesn't scream "take that" during these, like just talking to people. Although, actually, I guess, does Phoenix do that? No, only when he's using the Megatama. Never mind. I thought Phoenix did that, but he doesn't. Which I think would be funny, because he's like, it just shows that Edgeworth is much, like, calmer than Phoenix is. So when did you discover that the master key was missing? By the time I realized it, I think it was around 1 AM, sir. And I noticed it was back at around 2:30 AM. It was just sitting there on the ledge where the security door's reception window is. But I'm sure that between those 2 times it was not just gone, but stolen, sure. Ooh, okay. Interesting. We should try presenting everything to her. Why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place? Ah, it's not like that, sir. We always keep the key further inside the room, away from the window. Always, you say, except for this time, correct? Well, I admit that I was a bit careless, but I had my reasons. I left it out because I was sort of using it at the time. It was after I'd used it that I left it sitting out on the ledge. She used the master key? What did you use it for? Oops, what the hell? Miss Maggie Bird, correct? I take it you're an acquaintance of the detective? She was under my supervision back when she was still on the force, sir. One day she got caught in a murder and things started going downhill, so she quit. So yeah, this is, again, I did some reading up on this. It's after the first 3 games, before Apollo Justice, in terms of timeline. But I will let the detective go for introducing me to my current employer. Or so I thought until a few hours ago. Right before I was about to clock out for the night. You got caught up in this whirlwind of a case, correct? Don't worry, my whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building, I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and now I even managed to be named a criminal, just when I become a security guard. That's a lot to go through in one lifetime. I know, and just when I thought I'd finally found my happiness, I wound up getting you and Detective Gumshoe involved in my bad luck. You don't need to worry about me, Miss Bird, nor do you need to worry about yourself. I will solve this case and prove your innocence. All I ask in return is for your cooperation. Yes, sir, Mr. Edgeworth, you can count on me. I'll do all I can to help. What did you mean by you used the master key? Oh, I had to use it to open the door for this prosecutor who had forgotten his key. I mean, it's my job as a security guard, right? Ah! What is it? That's right, I just remembered. The prosecutor who forgot his key. It was Mr. Portsmouth, sir. What? Please tell me more, Miss Bird, quickly. It was around 12 a.m. Mr. Portsmouth had forgotten his office key, so he came down to security, sir. And that's when you loaned the master key to him? No way, it's against regulations to loan the master key to anyone. I walked with Mr. Portsmouth to his office and opened the door for him personally, sir. I see. And then? What happened after that? Well, he called me to come close to his office as he was leaving to go home. That was around 1:30 a.m., I think. So in summary, for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor, you used the master key twice today. Okay, 12, does that help us though? 12 and 1:30. Talk about suspicious. I know you can say that you never left your keys at home, detective. I think this calls for a thorough examination of Mr. Portman's door. Oh, okay, so now we can... Alright, hang on, I want to take a look at this first. The master key was missing from 1 a.m. until 2:30. Wait, what? How is that possible? Miss Bird, I'm afraid there's a flaw in your story. What? No way, pal. I mean, sir. You said that you locked up Mr. Portsman's office at around 1:30, correct? However, the master key had already been stolen at that time. Wow, nothing gets by you, Mr. Edgeworth. You saw that contradiction like a pro. I totally forgot about all that, but thanks to you, I remember it now. You're right, it was around that very time I realized the master key was missing. And? Well, I'm a security guard, sir. I couldn't just admit to losing the master key, could I? So I pretended to lock up his room, sir. You pretended? Yeah, I used my house key and made it look like I was locking up, sir. So in actuality, you never did relock the door, though. Well, I thought that maybe I could go lock it after I found the key. Come to think of it, I guess the door still hasn't been locked properly. Oh great, we can go in. Nice. Room 1203. I take it that this is Mr. Portman's office? Yeah, you can't mistake it because of that basketball hoop, sir. Oh, that reminds me. Mr. Portsmouth actually wanted room 1202 really badly. But since you were already occupying it, Mr. Edgeworth, put him next door, sir. Why was Mr. Portman so particularly about getting room 1202? Because it was Von Karma's room? I'm not sure, but I bet it's because it's something like his birthday is December 2nd? Yep, that's gotta be it. I can't think of another reason why. I can think of at least 3. But why am I wasting my time thinking about this? I'm minimalist, let me toss the door, maybe. Oh. Kind of majestic too, we already said this. Even Mr. Portsmouth seemed dignified just because he works for one of these. Nonsense. A man doesn't become more or less dignified because of where he works. Well, he still seems more dignified than Mr. Payne. That's his name! Winston Payne. Mr. Payne. I suppose custodial work can also be dignified. Oh jeez, I'm still sick. The door's locked tight. Okay, well that doesn't make sense. Oh, I bet the old credit card check won't work here, huh, Mr. Armstrong? This is the office of a high prosecuting detective. These doors would be pretty ineffective if the average cat burglar can get through them. Ah, so I guess only a great cat burglar can get in. That must be who our culprit is. I'd advise you to return that collision to a pawn shop you bought it from. Oh, wait, we can deduce. Hang on. Okay, well, yeah, the door's locked. And she literally just said it shouldn't be. Yeah, we have evidence of...
Eureka!
There's a contradiction here between reality and the evidence. If what Miss Murda said is true, then why is this door locked tight? Oh, you know, you're right. Miss Murda, you sure you didn't relock this door? I'm certain of it, sir. And I don't think Mr. Portsman noticed it himself that I haven't. Which means what, sir? It either means that he actually does have the key to this office, or the door Miss Murda opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one. Wait, what? Oh, that's such a fun case. The door signs were swapped, and he opened the other door. She opened a different door, but how can you prove that? There's an easy way to find out. All we need to do is we need to examine these. The prints on the number plate, they will tell us all that we need to know. Everything. Really? Like what, sir? Like, well, for example... What? The number plates were swapped! Well, we know for sure that Detective Gumshoe's dinner will only consist of instant noodles. Whoa, that was amazing, sir. How did you know? Well, that's supposed to be a joke to cheer me up, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, that's it. Now then, we should get back to doing what we need to do, and that is... What? Okay, it has to be prints on the doorknob, right? I guess. Hey you, yeah you pal, do us a favor and see what you can look for this, okay? So what did you find out? There's no need for such belligerent nostril flaring, detective. Sir, I have found only Mr. Portsman and Mr. Faith's prints on this doorknob. So only 2 people's prints were found in this, huh? That's pretty decisive. Huh? I'm lost, sir. Thinking logically, a certain other person's prints should be on this knob as well. Well, why is this even a prompt? It's Maggie.
Take that!
Don't you find it odd that the prints of the person who unlocked this door are absent? You mean, yes, the door that Miss Bird opened could not have been this one, but a different one. Mr. Portsman office data updated in my... Cool. So she opened a different door. What have we here? Oh. What is this? Looks like a scrap of paper. I'll get it, sir. Let's see. Oh, there's something written on it. Looks like a note from the victim. Yeah, and it's from Mr. Portsman. Huh, okay. Oh, oops. Hang on. I'm not used to X being the button for... Oh, it's Y. Oh, how odd. Okay. I'm glad we're taking advantage of all the buttons, I guess. Is this basketball property of Mr. Portsman? Yes, sir. You're always ready for a match. Basketball, soccer, dodgeball, tennis. Doesn't matter what sport it is, he's game. Although I think it'd be a little hard to play tennis with this ball. Oh, that isn't the point you should be focusing on, detective. You're right, sir. I don't know what I should be focusing on. Bad, Mr. Portsman. Someone should teach him to clean his toys after he's done playing. I think we've reached the end of this conversation. Okay, no, it's still just those 2 logic points.
Bill, you want check markers?
Alright. Excuse me. Okay. I brought 3 pieces of evidence by, just like we talked about on the phone, but it looks like here, I guess I'll catch up to you later, buddy. Okay. I brought the 3 pieces of evidence. Weird. Okay. Okay, interesting. Okay, yes, that's just missing pages. I think I already checked this, but yeah. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Have you ever met the victim before? Well, I've seen him a couple times before, when I had to go to Mr. Portsman's office. Mr. Faith was always playing basketball with Mr. Portsman, sir. That sounds like fun. Just once I'd have loved to play with them. It sounds fun, but the only person ever taking a shot was Mr. Portsman. All Mr. Faith ever did was passing the ball, sir. On second thought, I don't think I'd have to fit in all that well with them. I just want to present like everything. That's a prosecutor's badge, isn't it? It proves that you're really a prosecutor. Interesting. Despite all appearances, she seems to know more than Gumshoe. With that badge, even I could be a professional prosecutor. Sir, may I please try that on, just for a little bit? I don't think that'd be a very good idea, do you? I guess not. On second thought, they're actually on the same level. Okay, that's unhelpful. I'm gonna show all this stuff to Gumshoe, too. I've had to open Mr. Portsman's office up for him a number of times before. I've also always had the chance to see the inside of his office on a number of occasions, too. He's got shelves upon shelves of sports memorabilia, trophies, and awards in it. To the point where it's almost beyond gaudy, sir. But maybe I just feel that way because I'm jealous, since I don't have even a single one. Don't say that, Maggie. I'll make a special Guard of the Month award just for you. Thanks for trying, but I've already got a mountain of consolation prizes, sir. The proof of just how unbelievably unlucky my life has been. Plus, getting an award for you just isn't the same as getting a real award, sir. So when did you discover the master key was missing? By the time I realized it, I think it was around 1 AM, sir. And I noticed it was back at around 2:30 AM. It was just sitting there on the ledge where the security room's reception window is. But I'm sure that between those 2 times it was not just gone, but stolen, sir. Oh, we already talked about this. I forgot I already saw this. Because then we talked about just finishing using it. Okay, so that's mostly unhelpful. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe, you look rather intrigued by something. Care to share? Oh, it's nothing, but I noticed Mr. Portsman calls his partner Jim. And the detective in that Sunday night drama, All My Cops, is named Jim, too. I bet one of them was a big fan of that show. You seem to know a little something about it yourself. I take it you watch it, too. Of course, the tight bond of friendship between prosecutor and detective is great, sir. But it's nothing compared to the super strong friendship we have. Ho ho ho. Friendship, detective? I think you're mistaking it with pity. How could you say that, sir? And after all we've been through, too. I assume you understand how to conduct investigations, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, sir. Examine things by tapping them by touching the examine button. By checking various things out, we gather evidence and information. You can see the evidence we collected by touching the organizer button. For information, oh, this is weird. I've already seen this too. This is just like a tutorial. No wish skill, please blow you by that accusation, sir. Rest assured, I think she's innocent. However, I need to ask you a few things regarding her security guard position. Well, if you're only asking, that's okay. Just stand next to her and then touch the talk button. Then you can talk about whatever topic you pick. When you want to ask her about evidence, all you have to do is present. After you choose what to show her, touch present again, and off you two go. I recommend showing different people different things. You can be surprised with what they say. Thank you for the explanation, though I don't recall asking for one. Oh, just so you know, sure, you can show me evidence in the same way, too. I do believe it's time to get down to business and ask some questions of this boy. Okay. What does he have to say about this? The prosecutor's badge is really trying to— oh wait, I already said this too. It's really cool, sir. Much cooler than my badge could ever be. So I need to suck up to me, detective. Okay, let's just ask him about everything. Victim's gun, huh? It's the same model as mine. The tool used to protect lives, the one that can also take lives away. Those taking it on hand wield a great responsibility. I hope you understand that. I don't really use my gun at all, sir. The only time I'd use this baby is when I'm fighting a hot duel with a convict to look ultra cool. Sorry, my family is one second. I'm just a lowly detective, so I'm not sure what I should do with that other than to arrest it. Is that the only talent you have? Oh, wait. Okay, so it looks like we have a similar thing with Nike. I had no idea you had one of these things. I mean, I thought I knew everything there is to know about you, Miss Redford. I feel like I've found a glimpse of the hidden side of Miles Edward. There's a great deal you don't know about me. At least I hope so. I'm just a lowly detective. Okay, well this has been mostly unhelpful. I was wondering about the investigation. Oh, I've been waiting for this. Let me real season pro teach you how it's done. Real season pro, and this is real cuisine, perhaps. You know that you can always check out the really important spots in more detail, right? Yes. And if the area is too big, you can always use the arrow buttons at the bottom, right? Oh, but don't worry, sir. The arrows only show up when you need to use them to see more. I knew that as well. And when you think there's a contradiction or something unusual, try deduction. First you line up your cursor with the suspicious-looking area. Then touch the deduce and choose your poison. I mean evidence. When you've started all in piece, you gotta present it. I'm pretty sure I did that as well, detective. Well, if you can remember all that, then welcome to the world of pros. IW Ace Investigate. Class dismissed. And all I wanted was an update about the investigation. So this is just still tutorial right now, which is like, whatever. I'm kinda curious. Can I do stuff here? No, I can't. Okay. Because, like, the numbers can move, which makes me think that it's impressive how loud my family can be at all times. That's why I never stream, like, before 9 PM, because otherwise it's just this constantly. I don't even know if you can hear this, I'm assuming you can. But it's horrible, and I just have to live with this all the time. Okay, I'm thinking the numbers were swapped, because I feel like that makes the most, like, that's the only thing that makes sense, right? And also, I can't deduce anymore, so... Okay, no, there's still nothing left to connect. So there's like kind of a map here, but also it's not that helpful because we can't even go back to the office. So this gave us the file. What else is there to do here? I'm confused. I brought the 3 pieces of evidence, like we talked on the phone, but it looks like you're out. I wish I could connect pieces of evidence, because I'm pretty sure there was 3 pages missing. Wasn't there? Is that 3? I think so. There's nothing to check or anything, like in 3D anyways. The key's like the only thing, and that's just for fingerprints, which I can't even... Page pertaining to a case tried 10 years ago. My predecessor are missing. So that has to be DL6, right? But I don't see why DL6 would be missing again. Weird. Okay, how odd. I don't see what else to do. We talked to this guy, we talked to, whatever his name is. I think we talked to Maggie about everything, right? Yeah, okay. Was there something else here? I don't think so. It's just this, right? A well-crafted high-quality soap for visitors. So the stitching is excellent. Like we're in a luxury rating area. These babies are also great for napping, you know. Do we sleep even out here, Detective? In a hallway? Whatever I do, I always wind up dreaming about giving testimony up on the stand. But it always ends in the same way. Getting trounced by a lawyer. Isn't that awful? Maybe I should give it a try sometime. To envision myself winning, naturally. That's the stolen file. What's it doing right here? Yeah, and why would you steal something and leave it behind? Looks like our thief took only what was needed. So what are these 0 files anyways? Didn't I just explain that a few minutes ago? I guess they got something worth stealing in them, huh? Not particularly, it's just a collection of court case files. However, the cases within these files are not mine. Huh? They've locked. Okay, yeah, we already saw this. I don't think there's anything else here then. I don't see what I'm supposed to do. Like, there's like this, but... And we know for a fact that the two ideas we have can't be connected together, because we already tried. I also really like this. I mean, the music is always good, but like this specifically is very good music. And like I said, the objection theme. I already know what the twist is. It's that the door numbers were swapped. I wanna like talk to her about specifically the numbers, but I don't think I can. Also, it keeps like defaulting me to being on this bottom view, which makes me think that there's like something here, but like, it's just the letter, and which we already looked at, and the door. Okay, we already saw this. And this is just, it's locked. It's Mr. Barneson's vertical basketball hoop. I can't believe you put something like that in the hallway of our prosecutor's office. But, you know, it's actually pretty useful, sir. I haven't gotten lost trying to get to your office since it's good here. How long have I had the same office, and you still managed to get lost? I mean, it is pretty big, I guess. Excuse me a second. Also, there's a run button in this game, which is kind of funny. Like, this is your walking speed, and this is the running speed. I don't see what I'm supposed to interact with. I presented everything to Maggie, I presented everything to Gumshoe. My two logic ideas do not connect to each other. Other than the victim's gun that I found, could there be another gun in play here? The note is relating to something, I just don't know what. 3 pieces of evidence. Is this helpful? Why was he killed in my office? Yeah, that's the question we're all asking. Homicide detective, high prosecutor. It's my first time speaking with them. Gumshoe knew her from when she was an officer. She works as lifetime security. Okay, well none of this is helpful. For the absent part, I want to go in the door. Wait, can I use the key on the door? I don't think so. Like, I want to go in his office. That's unhelpful. Okay. Can we go to the left? Hang on. I never really thought about it, but it's cut off over there, but... Okay, no, we can't. The couch we already checked, the door we already checked. Can we scroll down on my door? We can't. And there's seemingly nothing helpful here besides, like... It was wiped off. Follow it to... And the door just, like, hard. Huh. Okay, well, looks like it's time to pull up with the walkthrough. There's sort of this theme with me and A-Starty games, which is I'm not that good at them. But, that's okay. I still have fun playing them most of the time. Like, I usually try to only use a walkthrough if I'm just, like, actually stuck. Like, here I just actually don't know what to do, so... Okay. Examine the sofa, stolen file, key... Oh my god, you're kidding me. Okay, there was a reason why it was starting in the bottom part. The basketball hoop was moved slightly. That is stupid. I mean, I guess that's my fault for not examining it, but like, still, that's so dumb. Hey, you're talking about a game, sir? That's okay, detective. I just found the position of this hoop to be a little off. Hey, you're right, sir. I guess it shifted when someone made a seriously sweet slam dunk. The position of the hoop is definitely unnatural. I better take note of this. Walking around this hallway has actually paid off quite handsomely. Huh? How so, sir? In a variety of different ways. I think it's time we had a little chat with the real culprit of this case. You know who the killer is? Wow, Mr. Edgeworth. As long as my logic is sound, then yes. The mastermind behind this murder is none other than Mr. Portsman. What? Mr. Portsman? I knew it. That's exactly what my logic senses were telling me too. I suspected it was simply instantly accused Maggie of being the killer, sir. That is anything but logical. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. Come what may, it's time to knock on truth's door. March 14th, 5:12 a.m. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Mr. Portsman, I finished processing the bug letters, sir. Alright, let me take a gander at it. Pass it here. Okay, they're just showing off on the animation at this point. Okay, looking good. You there, take good care of this. Whoosh. Well, if it is a Detective Gumshoe. Out of the line for you, Portsman. We got you now. Call off your dog, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of joke? It's no joke. We know, Mr. Jacques Portman, that you are the guilty party in this case. You must be pretty upset getting chased out of your own room. I'd be mad too. So I guess you can stay, if you promise to stay out of our way. You intend to hide your crime under the guise of a prosecutor doing his job? I can see right through the unsightly paper-thin mask you're wearing upon your cowl. Who would have ever thought it would come to this? Actually, come to think of it, your mentor was man who brought karma, right? Oh, there we go. The legendary prosecutor who never lost a single case for 40 long years. But there was always this incessant chatter about forged evidence with that guy. It only teaches me when I gotta be on the lookout for false accusations, you know? Are you done trying to play mind games with me because they won't work? The only thing you should be using that mouth of yours for now is explaining yourself. Although that too will only dig your hole deeper. Either way, your game is up. Why aren't we full of ourselves? Even though we've yet to prove anything. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's Allegro. I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind, but there's a mountain of evidence that points away. There's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Besides, how may I ask, do you propose I unlocked your door and got in here? Look, I feel bad doing this to you, but I've got work to do, so we're done here. Okay, well that's easy. He got in by getting Maggie to unlock the wrong door. Sir, we're not finished. Well, you're stubborn. I suppose you're basing your accusations on something? I'll show you what I'm basing my accusation on. With evidence. I don't know, do I just present the door? That's like I know what it is. He changed the door thing. There's a mountain of evidence that puts away from me being the culprit. Okay, how do you propose I unlocked your door and got in here? Do I just present the master key?
Objection!
Okay, it's not bad. Stay cool, Mr. Edgeworth. You're no good with your own bluster. The detective's right for a change. Also, we have a lot more energy in this than we do in other games. Like, usually you only get, like, I think it's 5 mistakes. In this, it's, like, seemingly a lot more. Unless they get bigger or something.
Objection!
Okay. Cool. So we can't explain why he got the master key. I believe we were able to open my office door with this master key, no less.
Objection!
Wait. Hold on for a sec. I never laid a finger on that key, as you already know. Precisely. You were able to open my door without lifting a single finger. Well, maybe you did. But only to direct. That's right, you used your finger to direct this person to open my door with the key. Why is this even a presentation?
Take that!
Like, there's only one person it could be. You would ask Miss Bird to open your own office door. For you, yes. Yeah? I kinda forgot my key at home. Happens a bit too often for my taste, you know? But the room you had Miss Bird open at the time was not your own, was it? What? You have quite the imagination. Why don't we ask the girl herself whose door she opened, shall we? I'm certain that it was Mr. Portman's door, sir. I checked the number plate to make sure I was opening the right door, sir. Oh, the basketball net was moved to his door temporarily. See, Miss Bird backs up my story. Yeah, what if you had misled her to fool her into thinking what you wanted? Ha, and how do you suppose I did that? By switching the number plates on our doors, for example. That's right, they do slide out pretty easily. Furthermore, you then used one other thing to do a very strong impression. The door she was opening was yours, and not, in fact, mine. What was it that Mr. Portman used to make Miss Bird think that it was his room?
Take that!
What? The basketball hoop save? It's quite the peculiar fixture in any hallway, let alone a hallway in this building. Which is why it left an unusually strong impression on you. It's an object perfectly suited to sit just outside the office of a peculiar professor. Prosecutor, what? That's very true, sir, because there was a basketball hoop sitting there. I thought the door that was opening had to be Mr. Portsman's. Oh. Sportsman. Ah. To sit it in front of my office, to be sure. I see. So that's how you throw suspicion on people. Thanks for the tip. But I think your conjecture's a little off the racetrack. Now you're just spouting nonsense. I had the girl open my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. You don't have a single reason to suspect me. Well, that's a short testimony, jeez. So he intends to claim his innocence to the end, does he? I'm as pure and innocent as my jacket. And Miss Bird is as dirty and guilty as the jacket she wears. My jacket's not dirty, I'll have you know, I just washed it yesterday. Please calm down, for I intend to show who is the one truly covered in slime here. Damn. Oh, you weren't in the office because this note was there.
Objection!
That was a lie. But what are you talking about? How's that a lie? This is a note that the victim left for you, Mr. Portsman. A note? It was left under your door, or did you not notice? And right here it says, "But you're out." You were not in your room when the victim came to call on you. So then, where were you and what were you doing? Ah! Shall I explain it in full detail for you? You were busy snooping around in my room, the very room you had Miss Bird open for you.
Objection!
That's just nonsense. You've no evidence that I made the girl open your door for me. Oh, but I do. I have very decisive evidence. But no way! This is proof positive that you had Miss Bird open the door for you. Wait, what? But I don't... This is proof that you had Miss Bird open the door for you. Is it this? Wait, did I not present this yet?
Take that!
I had your door dusted for prints. My door? Ha, what for? Also, this song is amazing. Come on, I bet you didn't find anything. You sure are good at wasting time. You're right, I didn't find anything. And definitely not Miss Bird's fingerprints. Her prints, what do they have to do with anything? Let's put it this way. If she really was the one who opened your door, then her prints should naturally be on the doorknob she touched. Ah. Further, all the prints on my office's doorknob were wiped clean up. I can only assume it's because Miss Bird's fingerprints were on it. Don't you think it's time you gave up on your charade? We know you stole into my office with the intent of stealing something from me. Stole into my office? Odd. And Detective Faith found you out. Possibly because he heard sounds coming from a room whose occupant was on leave. Mr. Portsman, you killed Mr. Faith to silence him. And I had the misfortune to return when I did. You had to threaten me as you escaped. At that 7, you had the gun to my back. No one gets away with committing murder in my office. And just what's so funny, pal? Well, that look of stiff seriousness on the face of this office's finest prosecutor, as he makes a huge mistake in accusing me is simply too much to bear. There's just nothing else like it in the world. What? This sergeant explained it all and even backed it up. You're the murderer. That part of me slippery just admitted the crime already. And as I said earlier, it's also circumstantial, so full of conjecture. You say you checked my doorknob for prints? Well, I can readily confess that I'd wiped that knob down well. Huh? I'm a little obsessive compulsive, you see. I didn't want to touch the doorknob that you had touched. Which is why I wiped the knob down as soon as I could after you opened the door. After that, it makes perfect sense that only Jim and my own prints would be out there. You made that up just now, didn't you? Furthermore, as for the note Jim left for me, you know exactly when that was? For all we know, he could have left it there before I arrived at the office. Like, early evening, for example. Are you saying you failed to notice a note in your doorway? Hey, even geniuses fail at times. I was probably too preoccupied with work-related matters, although that's no excuse. Now that's just a flat-out lie. There's no way you didn't notice a note that size. I mean, you can't prove that, can you? Say something, Mr. Archer, with back you up here, sir. That reports would make a good point. I can't prove that he didn't simply overlook it. Besides, I have an airtight alibi. Airtight, you say? I only realized that I had one just now as we were talking. I guess it would have been better for all of us if we just told you sooner. If memory serves, you came back to this office at around 2 AM, correct? And it was then you had the unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. But at exactly that time, I was down in criminal affairs. Ask around. I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi. Wait, hang on. He came in at 12, left at 1:30. That's like the evidence we had, at least with the key. Like, that's what we had earlier, so that checks out. Found at 2:05, only... Like I said, I don't care. Ask around all you like. You see for yourself. Detective Gumshoe. Sorry, yes, sir. I'll go check on his alibi, sir. Be right back. Mr. Edwards, sir, I think we're in trouble. It's just like Mr. Forrest said. The guys under criminal affairs said they saw him around 2 AM. You see? All the evidence points to him being the culprit. So there must be a contradiction point in his alibi somewhere. Yep, right after I left the prosecutor's building, I headed straight for the precinct. Yeah, well, that's alright.
Hold it!
If it is as you say, however. Yes, however, you're the only one who claims to have bumped into the culprit. So tell me, did you see the person's face? Was it me who you saw? It was pitch black, so I couldn't actually see.
Objection!
Oh, come now. I'm sure you saw something. Try a little harder, why don't you? I'm beginning to feel like I'm the one being interrogated here. Oh well, it doesn't matter if you remember or not. It only matters that you ran into the culprit. I feel like it's something about the time, right? But the body was discovered at 2:05. Issued to the victim and believed to be the murder weapon. Because he shot the gun. Do I have the bullet total percent? I don't know, that's like an idea that I have. Actually, that's true, we still had those two hanging ideas of, what were they? It was like, why was the victim, propped over, and why was it... I don't know, whatever. Anyways. Okay, there's no evidence of when that was, that's not helpful. Signs that it's been moved. Issue the victim, lose the murder, only one shot fired. Bullet was straight the body was found at around 2:05 AM. That all seems to check out.
Hold it!
You are correct, it was around 2 AM. Are you sure? It's really important to me that you're spot on with the time. I remember checking my watch then and making no mistake. It was 2. Ooh, give me testimony like a pro. Okay, so you came back to your office at 2. Gunpoint with the culture, exact that time as I criminal affairs.
Hold it!
Well, we did go and ask around to confirm your testimony. And it was just as I said, right? Yes, sir. A number of detectives said they saw you around that time. See? I have the perfect alibi. Is this like the first case again where it's like, oh, Edgeworth's watch is still set to the old time? It's not actually 2 right now, it's like 6? Oh, no, it's just a the Deus Ex Machina case. Cool. Impossible. He actually does have a perfect alibi. What's wrong? Why the sudden solid look on your face? Can't you show anything back, Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, I think we've reached the end of the line, and it's time to get off this crazy train. You there. Sir! Please escort the young lady out. But remember, be gentle. Maggie! Detective Gumshoe! My voices are failing right now. Is there nothing I can do? There must be a way to turn this situation around. Only I had a clue. Did I miss something that can help me cast doubt on his alibi? The intruder I met could not have been Portsman. Who could it have been? Wait, no, not that. What? No, there was two different guns. Portsman's gun was used for the murder, and then the gun that we found was someone else's. I don't know. There were two bullets left at the scene of the crime. One that robbed Mr. Faith of his life. And one that nearly robbed me of my jacket. However, the murder weapon only shows signs of being fired once, meaning that it is entirely possible that a second gun was used in my office tonight. But seeing as how the killer had to steal Mr. Faith's gun, I doubt the killer had another gun up their sleeve. Therefore, the second gun could have been the property of an entirely different person, which could mean that there was another person who paid a visit to my office tonight. What? Okay, well, I wonder what we're supposed to connect. Supposing there was yet another visitor tonight, that would also resolve the issue of why my shelves were upended twice. We know that the shelves disturbed once before and once after the murder, so it shouldn't be much of a stretch to think that it was the work of two different people. Once by the person who stole the victim's gun, and then killed him with it, and once again after the murder by our second culprit, who was the owner of the second gun. If we suppose that the second culprit's gun was the one that was pointed at my back.
Objection!
Mr. Portsman, it seems that I need to amend my assumptions regarding this case. Great, so you finally come to your senses. Mr. Edgeworth! Sir, what are you saying? This has been a big misunderstanding on my part, from the start. I'd assumed that the person I ran into was a killer, but that may not be the case. What do you mean? The person I ran into is just your average thief. A thief? But, sir, doesn't that cause some sort of contradiction in the facts? Not at all. It simply means that the killer was somebody else. And it means that in actuality, two culprits stole into my office tonight. What do you mean, two? It explains both why my shelves were disturbed twice and how there were two guns. Miss Portsman tricked Miss Bird and gained entry into my office.
Objection!
Now you're just leading the argument. You still don't have any actual proof, you know. If you can please go along with that hypothetical scenario for now, Mr. Portsman. In the end, if you really are innocent, you should have nothing to worry about. Now then, returning to my scenario. Mr. Portsman was out to steal something from me, which is why he checked the secret safe and ransacked my shelves. This is the first time. So then, this will be when the files were put back in the royal order, right? Correct. And then just when he was about to look somewhere else, who should walk in but his own partner, Mr. Faith. But why did Mr. Faith come into your room, sir? He probably had business with Mr. Portsman, which is why he was in the area. But that's when he noticed sounds coming from my office, would be my guess. Oh, because you were supposed to be away, right? And he must have thought it was odd, so he came into your office to check it out. Correct. And as a detective, that was the right thing to do. But when he came in, he found his own partner standing there. Because it was Mr. Portsman, Mr. Faith probably let his guard down. But Mr. Portsman was not so merciful as to let him leave alive. He waited for a chance and stole Mr. Faith's gun from him, and then... he killed him. He saw it through their face for catching him, in the act of stealing. This was the moment in which the first shot was fired, the one that landed in my files. Following that, Mr. Portsmouth wiped the gun down and left it behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that because he also left some fake dying message behind. You're such a complicated troublemaker, you know that? Well, if these things were as simple as that, then all would be solved. However, there was yet another visitor to my room, and this is where it gets complicated. There was another? Visitor, sir? Yes, and this other person's objective is also to steal something from me. Now then, even after Mr. Portsmouth left, the door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that, and so they stole the master key from the security guard's room, and then entered my room and searched through my shelves. This was the second time they were disturbed, and it seems the thief found their prize. The stolen zero file, right, sir? Correct. Only just as the thief was about to leave with the file, I appeared. The thief then threatened me with their own gun and made their escape. The second bullet was fired during that brief encounter. So the shell game must have placed in the 2 bullets. It was all because 2 different people were doing those things at 2 different times. Precisely. So now do you see Mr. Portsmouth? The person I met was just a thief, and was not in fact Mr. Fate's killer. Your alibi for the time frame in which I ran into the other person is now irrelevant, because we now know that the murder took place during the first culprit's visit.
Objection!
Ha ha ha. What's so funny, pal? Absolutely splendid. Your scenario explains everything. Of course it does. It's Mr. Edgeworth after all. But you know, it still doesn't change the fact that it's all circumstantial. I hate how slow the text is. There's no skip button in the earlier games. I mean, like, there is, but only if you've read the text already, which is really dumb. Like, I mean, it's useful because if you click something multiple times, then whatever, but... Supposing if, and that's a big if your theory is right, it would indeed render my alibi, which is withstood all scrutiny, mind you, irrelevant. But there is still one defining point of your argument, for which you have no evidence. Your superstition that I was the first visitor. Mr. Edgeworth, you can't let him get away with that, sir. But he has a point. I have absolutely no proof at this point. Don't say that, sir. I don't believe this. Don't worry, Maggie. I'll do something if I must. You know something? I find your attitude to be somewhat peculiar, Mr. Edgeworth. If the person you met really was just a plain old thief, then why is that person not your main suspect? That is, if your theory is correct. Wait, is this Allegro? This is like a new song, what the heck? We should be out there looking for that thief right now, there might still be nearby. I hate to repeat myself, but as I've already said, I was training in my room. When Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down at Criminal Affairs. So I can't be expected to know what happened around here after I left. Of course, no time to be wasting on dead-end discussions. I don't think it's at all dead-ended. I find your alibi to be fascinating. Let's continue where we left off, shall we? I know he's lying. I know he was here at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it. Portsmouth's alibi, part 2. Oh, no, they aren't still nearby because they left the pages. Okay, never mind. Yes, well, stay cool, Mr. Edgeworth. You're no good when you're all flustered. The detective's right for a change. How did I cut for this? Calm down, Miles. Listen carefully and think everything through a bit more rationally. Okay, hang on. I hate to repeat myself, but as I already said, I was training in my room. No, you weren't. When he came to deliver some evidence, I was at Criminal Affairs, so I can't be sure to know what happened around here after I left. Wait. Jim couldn't have been... He was dead. Heck, oh my god, I'm stupid. What? When Jim came to give me evidence, I was at Criminal Affairs. That's literally directly saying that at 2, he brought the evidence, which is not the case. He was dead at 2. Alex Pitty said he was tired and wanted to take a quick nap. You know the sofas in the hallway? He likes to sleep on those. It's one of his habits. And what of the evidence he brought? They were things related to yesterday's case. Just 2 items, a gun and a pendant. Interesting, this piece of testimony seems too crucial to let slip through the cracks. Nope, he brought you 3 things.
Objection!
Ah, that fit with the music did, that's great. Only 2 pieces? I believe the proper phrase here is, you fail. Excuse me? You fail as a prosecutor, Mr. Porter, as you intend to keep evidence hidden from me. What are you talking about? I haven't hidden anything from you. Well, here's a piece I think you should read, carefully. Ah, it says that Mr. Page is bringing you 3 pieces! Yes, and this is the victim's real dying message to you, Mr. Porter. I can't believe... Take a trip to my simple arithmetic! Where's the missing piece of evidence? It's... You have it, don't you? Only the guilty would make such a face. Detective Gumshoe. You don't have to say it, sir. I'll pat the guy down from head to toe. What? Don't come any closer. I'm warning you. This is all part of the investigation, pal. So don't even think about stopping me. No. Hey, what's this? He had this on him, sir. Despite what you said, it would appear that you do have something to hide. But why would he hide something like that? Huh, there's only one reason why anyone would hide evidence of this caliber. Because it would be unequivocally point to that person himself as the real killer. Let's examine this videotape in a little more detail. For this section of the tape, I'll draw the last narrative as column. Coffin, what the hell? What does that say? KG8 incident? That's a police case number, sir. Does that mean this video is evidence from that case? Interesting. However, what's recorded on this isn't what's important right now. Let's give the casing a thorough once-over. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, that's blood, isn't it? Yes, and I believe this is what the good prosecutor was trying to hide from us. This blood is still fresh. You mean, this might be Detective Faith's blood? No, you got it all wrong! No amount of denial can save you. We have but to run a blood test to find the truth. You told us that you had received evidence from the victim earlier. Now you will tell us when and how did the victim's blood find its way onto this video. Yeah, it's totally suspicious! Was it at the moment of his death? Did Detective Faith have this videotape on this person when you killed him? You know very well there's no way to prove that. Not even if we were to examine this tape for fingerprints? God. If I had to take a guess, I'd say that the only ones on here belong to the murderous you and Mr. Faith. No, impossible. I'm... March 14th, 5:47 a.m. High Prosecutor's Office, room 12. Mr. Postman was placed under arrest for the murder of Bloody Faith, sir. Very good. And the result we got back on the lab detection on the tape turned out to be real solid, sir. The blood work came back and it was definitely Mr. Faith's blood on there. And as a bonus, they were also able to lift through Mr. Faith's fingerprints as well. Thank you so very much, Mr. Edgeworth. I still can't believe I got to see your cool deduction skills outside the courtroom. I'm impressed beyond words, sir. It was nothing. I'm just sorry you got caught up in a murder in my office. Please accept my apologies. I was nothing, really, compared to what I've been through, I mean. I consider myself lucky that it was only a burglary and a murder this time, sir. It could have been a hold-up or a hostage situation. I'd have thrown my hands up in the air. I think I'm finally rising up from a goddess of misfortune to just an unlucky person. Something tells me we should have hired a different person for security detail. You know something, sir. That Mr. Portsman really was one corrupt prosecutor. Why would you say he was corrupt? Well, I heard there were a number of suspicious things related to his court cases. There's even rumors about how some of the evidence he uses is forged, sir. Forged evidence, huh? And they say he even decided not to prosecute a few cases for some really vague reasons. Ooh, that guy was a complete disgrace to the entire profession. We never did get around to asking what his reason was for breaking into my office. Yeah, whenever we got near that topic, he just clammed up. Although we were pretty certain that it was to steal something. Oh, this is between you and me, sir, but there's rumor that some sort of huge organization is involved behind the scenes. Oh, well. But Mr. Postman not willing to divulge anything, it certainly lends credence to that rumor. But it seems that we haven't heard the last of this. Oh, the Mr. Postman isn't the bad guy? I didn't say that, but rather that there are still many more mysteries for us to solve. For example, we still haven't figured out the significance of this piece of evidence.
Take that!
I had to think about that one for a second. It's the person who stole this file, the other villain of the night. Yeah, I wonder who it was. And what happened to the stolen pages? I wonder, who in the world was it that held me up at gunpoint? Mr. Edwards, sir. Yes? I came across this while I was processing your office earlier, sir. This card. What is it, sir? Is that a bird or something on there? It's not just any bird. It is the mark of the raven. A three-legged raven. Even you should know what this is, detective. Oh, it's about that thing, isn't it? That great thief everyone's talking about. Mask to mask? It's the great mark of the great thief, Yatagarasu. Under the mark of legendary bird, the Yatagarasu is noble to the end, a modern Robin Hood. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appears and vanishes at will. Though we don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know that the targets. The Yatagarasu likes to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. The theft is always performed in silence, and always with perfection. Once the target is chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement is sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation is infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found is sent out to the mass media. Along with this single card. Although it's been a while since the Yatagarazu's last appearance. Hey, Mr. Edwards, look, something's written on the back. What? Let me see. It's the location of where the thief put the stolen files. So the person who stole the contents of the file was the Yatagarasu. Yatagarasu. Organization. Quite a few keywords are popping up in this mystery. The murder in my office? The return of the great thief? Yatagarasu? Looking back, I can't say I didn't see these events coming. But they were heralded by the incidents that began to occur 2 days ago. Alright, and that's it. Woo! Also, by the way, I found this cool, so I'm just pointing it out because I think it's neat. The emulator I'm using is called DSMUME. I don't know how to pronounce it properly, but anyways, it's a very popular Windows DS emulator. I think it's on other platforms as well, I don't know for sure. But you might have wondered, there's a few times during this game where the two screens swap positions, like when I was checking evidence, it would appear on the big screen, and I wasn't doing that manually. There's actually an option in the DS emulator. If you go to View, LCD Layout, and Main Screen first, it uses, the way it decides which screen is the main screen, quote-unquote, is whichever one is using 3D because the 3D can only appear on one screen at a time, right? For games that use 3D, at least to my knowledge. So it uses this, whatever screen is using the 3D effect, like the 3D rendering, is the one that's put on the main screen, which is quite cool. Anyways, I'm gonna go. But this was quite a fun case, and I'm excited to keep playing this game. It takes so long to save.